Hello, my name is Mark with Scared Shiftless, SoCal, California. And what we have here is a beautiful 1969 Camaro RSSS Super Sport, big block automatic trans 12-bolt posi. Our customer insisted on using the Equus line of gauges. We've used these gauges before. They're awesome. They're easy to install. I think it's a great choice. They make the 7,000, the 6,000. They're economical. You can buy a set of gauges for your dash cluster for under $200. That's reasonable. Comes with the fittings. They also offer the fuel sender units. If you're going to go with electrical gauges, you can get the senders, the sensors, the whole works, one place. I've shopped them on the internet, and I know my local auto parts store also has these gauges. What a great choice. So in our 1969 Camaro, what we're going to do is we're going to install our water temperature gauge and our oil temperature gauge. These gauges here are mechanical. Equus offers electrical if you choose to do that. We have our speedometer here, we have our tachometer here, we have our fuel, which we're going to install. You can also purchase the fuel sender unit from Equus. We also have the voltmeter. We're also going to install into a tuner car our air fuel mixture and our boost. And you know what? If this tack is too small, we got the big one, baby. Check it out. 5-inch face, shift light, buttons right on the front to adjust everything. We're going to stick this into a big bad GTX. Let's get started. Let's yank this dash out. Let's do it. So what we have here is we have our dash panel. It's painted the same colors as the stripes. You know what? We're going to install our gauges. You know what? For you that are purists and you love these gauges, but you want the added insurance that the gauges are right, Equus made you a 3-pack here, water, oil, and volts. You can actually attach that underneath your dash panel. The old gauges, they may not be accurate. You have a lot of money invested in that engine. You need to know what it's doing. If there's a problem, when that light comes on, it's too late. Let's go ahead, get our fascia started. You're going to see how simple this is. Roll our nut off the back. We're going to stick that in there. We're going to line it up, tighten them up. That's installed. That's how easy it is. Here's our speedometer. That's installed. Let's go with our voltmeter. I also want to mention that this is patented by Equus. This ring here makes life easy. If you've used other gauges like we have, they have little studs, little brackets. You got to put the bracket on, then you got to climb underneath there, tighten all the nuts and everything. It's cumbersome, especially if you're up underneath the dash. This is simple. Just slide it in, roll it over, take your nut, slide it on, line up your gauge, and tighten it. It's definitely going to take you longer to get it out of the package and read the instructions than it is to actually install this gauge. This one here, take our nut off. Now that we have all of our gauges installed, we would just want to make sure they're tight, they're not going anywhere. Let's go ahead, flip this over. We've already pre-made our wire harness. Equus supplies you with the little connections that you need. It also supplies you with the oil tube that you're going to need and the fittings for your block. We're actually going to put on a copper line that we've actually got from Equus. This is a little bit of upgrade. You can buy this. Plastic comes with the gauge. This is an accessory that you can purchase. We're going to install that. And the 8000 series comes with little bulb covers. You can have the blue, which we're going to illuminate our bulbs with blue. Also comes in red and green. What we're going to do is we're just going to lick that a little bit. I'm going to slide that bulb on there. Put it in there. Insert. Done. Go here. Done. Also, what's really cool about the Equus gauge is that you just clip in your power, your ground, and your lights. It also comes with 2 options. We're going to use this option here. We're going to go right directly to the distributor. However, You have option number 2, where you just take this, open it up, put your spark plug wire through there. It also just clips right on. Let's go ahead, put this one on. Easy. Let's go here, put our bulbs on. We're going to come back over here. We have our power for our gauges, which are red. We're going to hook those up. We have our negative. I'm going to hook that up. And we have our fuel sender wire. That's it. It's ready. Let's install. Now stand back, everybody. What we're going to do is we're going to blow this steering wheel out. We're going to pull this dash cover off. We're going to get rid of these old gauges, and we're going to install our new dash cluster. Stand back. Well, there you have it. We have our gauge cluster installed. I am absolutely positive our customer is going to be on the moon on this one. He's going to look at this thing. He's going to be doing the moonwalk, baby. These gauges look good in the daytime. They look good at night. They're secure. They work perfectly. All right, let's go over and install our monster tack with our rev light. This thing is cool. We're going to be putting in a bad GTX. And if you're tired of seeing my sexy body, you got to stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're going to go do it now. So what we have is we have a customer that likes to go to the track on weekends. He likes to drag race. And what he wanted us to do is install this big monster tack in this bad beast. And he wants to know when his shift points are. So he asked us to set it up for 5,000. And the light's going to come on. That's when he's going to shift so he can get on the top of his power band. On the weekends, he's going to drag race. On the weekdays, he's going to rotate this over so he can see his RPM and his speedometer. What a cool setup. So here you have it. We've got him all set up for his weekend racing, and now for his daily cruiser, we got it right here on the side. Easily rotates over with the supplied wrench. And now he can see how fast he's going. He's got a lot of horsepower here. He don't need no tickets on the street. That could be costly. The gauges look incredible. Now that we have our classic car gauges all set up and everything, let's go do something a little more modern if you're not tired of me yet. So you saw how great these gauges look in the classic cars. What we have here is a 2005 Evo 8, more modern, and they're going to look just as great in this car also. What we have is our tachometer, 3 3/8. This is going to look great on the dash. What we have here is our boost. We're going to put that on the steering column right in front so we can see it. And right here, we have our oil pressure gauge and our air fuel mixture. What we've done is we've actually purchased this online. Our gauges fit perfectly right here. Let's see how these gauges look installed. Look how great these gauges look installed. We have our boost gauge right here to let us know if our turbo is working properly or not. We also have our air fuel mixture. When this lights up, it looks like the Christmas tree at a drag strip. We also have our oil pressure gauge here to let us know if our engine oil is working properly. We also have our RPM gauge to let us know when to shift. These 8000 series Equus gauges look great in the classic cars and your more modern vehicles.